I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jackie. Welcome back to Dumb Witch Club. I almost forgot what to say.
You really enunciated every word.
Because I was like, are these the right words? Like, they were.
Welcome back. You sounded like Walter Cronkite.
Thank you.
Welcome back to a Dumb Witch Club.
That's when you could trust journalism.
Yeah, Walter Cronkite. That mustache is not going to lie to you.
It never did.
It can't. It's impossible.
Impossible.
I don't know why I said impossible like that.
Because it's Walter Cronkite.
It's Walter Cronkite.
God bless.
Everyone's like,
Good
who
night.
the hell is that?
I know.
Don't be dumb. Look, yeah, well, be dumb, because Dumb Witch Club. But don't be dumb like that. Look that up. You should know things like this.
And also, like, why do we even know that?
I don't know, but we do
He
because
probably like died in 1989. I don't know.
probably. But so what? You should still like know things like this. Like if you're at like a thing and someone's like Walter Cronkite, like you want to be able to be like, haha, totally. You don't want to be like, who?
I know. Also, he probably died in like 2018, and I just like pre-deathed him.
He definitely died.
I think so. God, maybe he's still alive.
I do that constantly.
No.
I do it constantly. I do it all the time. And my husband said that he listens to a podcast where if you do that, you have to pay everyone. Like
if you say someone's dead and they're not dead.
Yeah, it's like a thing where like you're not supposed to do that. So if you do it, you owe everyone.
How often is that coming up?
I don't know. They talk about all kinds of random things and like sports people, I guess, or whatever. And so they're like, if you say like, oh, that guy's dead or like that woman is dead or whatever, then it's a thing with them on it. Okay. And I would owe people a lot of money because I literally do it all the time. I'll be like, yeah, that person's, and he's like, no. I'm like, oh.
He died in 2009. Okay.
Oopsie.
So.
No, that's fine.
Rest in peace. That's
Rest in peace. We love you. Do we really? We don't. We don't really. We don't.
I do.
Don't. Okay, maybe, but don't hold us to that. Because what if he was some kind of weird, creepy?
No, I don't think he was though.
I hope not. I really hope not. That would be sad.
I don't know. This is too okay. We are supposed to be talking about planning your spooky slumber party.
I almost spit that out.
Sorry.
Spit that.
Sorry. We're supposed to be talking about planning your spooky slumber party. I can't even talk now.
We haven't had any wine.
Spooky slumber party.
Spooky slumber party.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But first, let's do a card pull.
Well, you would do a card pull at a spooky slumber party, wouldn't
Absolutely.
you?
It's part of it. Yeah. In fact, you should. You should start with a card pull.
You should.
At your spooky slumber party.
To set the mood, you should start with a card. Okay. Should I?
Yeah, just yes.
Okay. I hated last time.
You can do it.
I know. I can. I just,
This is a friendly deck.
It's the Moon Witch deck. We really like this deck. And I picked out this one for tonight because I felt like it had a spooky slumber party vibe to it.
Well, yeah, and it's like the moon, like slumber party, you're like at night,
Yeah, because this is for the girls, gays, and theys. This is a spooky slumber party for the girls, gays, and theys, obviously.
Agree.
And this has that vibe.
Agree.
All right. Please do not get transformation. It's kind of that. Not really. New moon.
New moon.
New moon.
You love a new moon.
I love a new moon. I stand a new moon. Fresh start, new beginnings.
Aww.
Love this for me.
Cute.
And that's cute. That's like cute to set the mood for a spooky slumber party because it's like starting out and who knows what could happen.
Yes, and it's really dark on the new moon. So if you're going to have your spooky slumber party, it can be real dark out.
Valid point.
Yes.
Extremely valid point.
I like it.
This deck is so gorgeous.
It really is. I love it. And I know I say it all the time, but I love how the cards are like white, but then the box is black, and then the other side is thing. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
It surprises me every time I open the box.
I know, it's shocking, but like in a great way.
And we've had these for how long? And every time I open the box, I'm like, oh, cute.
Oh, they're white.
That's so cute.
It is cute.
All right.
Okay. So, all right, and maybe I'm hoping it reads, okay? But
Yeah.
we're wearing pajamas.
We're wearing pajamas.
Because we're having a spooky slumber party.
I really hope it reads because these pajamas are warm for this time of year.
No, I know.
Yeah.
And I do not do my hair like this.
I usually do
for
not.
daily use.
I usually do not do my hair like this.
No,
in fact, I feel like my hair
looks cute.
is rarely different on Dumb Witch Club, so they're going to be like, who is that?
I don't know if it's going to be that dramatic.
Oh, that's fine then. Yeah. It's okay.
I think it's cute.
Thank you. I think it's cute too. This is cute.
I like this concept. I really do.
Yeah.
It's super cute. So it's kind of like, okay, we're within 100 days till Halloween.
We are.
So that's part of, I think, the inspo here.
Yeah. It's like a Summerween, 100 days. Yeah. Like, let's capture some of the essence of that before we get to the season.
Yes. And I just feel like summertime is the time for slumber parties.
100%. That's like one of the redeeming things about summer.
Yeah, it's true.
Because there are only a few.
Yeah.
But this is one of them.
I agree. So what we came up with was some little cutie categories.
Yeah.
And we both picked our little cutie favorite recs for them.
Yeah.
So,
and we don't know each other.
Oh, yeah. So we haven't told each other what we've picked. So exciting. Okay, let's start with our first category. Was what snack are you bringing to your spooky slumber party?
Okay. Do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay. So I am going to be bringing the original Chex party mix.
Right on.
And when I say original, I mean original. And you have to, so I brought a little example, and I'll throw this up on our Instagram so that people can, like, see it and do it if they want to. Like, they came in, like, it's probably on the back of the box, like, back in the day, but it's
on the Chex cereal box.
Chex cereal box.
Correct.
But then you would see them in, like, magazines, and it would be, like, the page, and it gave to you. And a lot of times the Peanuts characters were associated with it. I don't really know why.
Yeah, I think it was just all that brand family.
Yeah.
you know?
Something about that. But the original from, like, the 1960s or whenever it was created is the one that you have to make, because all the subsequent ones are just inferior.
Well, I think there are variations, and they range from good to less good. Because the Muddy Buddies are also really good.
Yes. I am not talking about the sweet ones. The sweet ones stand in their own category.
Yes, but you're right. The original one, in case you don't know, or if you haven't seen the recipe yet, it's not sweet. It's a savory party mix.
It's a savory one.
And you, in that regard, are absolutely correct. There is none better. So
it's so delish.
And it's so easy to make.
It's so easy. So I'm throwing that together because that's easy to make, and it's a big batch, and we can snack on it all night.
Yes. And I'll also say, I think the recipe probably uses butter. You can totally use vegan butter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, you can take the nuts out of it if there were going nut-free, whatever. There's all kinds of different variations. You can change out the cereal. Like, I do not recommend that you don't do at least 2 kinds of the Chex, because
it's so much better.
It really is better. Sometimes people are like, I'm not that, like, buying 3 boxes of cereal is crazy. I'm like, I know, but it really heightens it. But if you can't have corn Chex because you're allergic or whatever, then the rice and the wheat, like, as long as you have 2 different kinds, I think you're good.
Agree. Those are hot tips for original Chex.
Hot tips from, like, 1967.
Whatever. They didn't have vegan butter back. Well, they had margarine. But
they had margarine, but
I know. Did you know that margarine was outlawed at first?
Yeah, because it's probably, like, freaking horrible.
No, it's because the dairy industry didn't want products encroaching, and they also made laws that they couldn't be dyed yellow to resemble butter.
That's crazy.
And so they had to dye it pink in Michigan. I'm not joking.
Ew.
Anyways, okay, little known facts.
Ew.
All right, so
your snack.
My snack is a candy charcuterie board.
Oh my god, how cute.
Okay.
What? How cute.
Right? Okay.
Okay,
so
tell me.
all you're going to do is buy variety of candies. This can be whatever literally that you like.
Yeah.
It can be, and like, look, we're not sponsored, so, brand names here can vary. But, do your Skittles, do your M&Ms, do your gummies, do anything you want. Literally anything you want. And then, you all know what a charcuterie board is at this point, right?
Absolutely.
It's like, there's a board, and you make cute little piles, and you have little bowls of other little stuff. You can even mix in slightly savory on this. You could just do, like, peanuts or, almonds, chocolate-covered almonds, that type of stuff.
Totally.
But you're just going to pile up and arrange everything cutie-cutie on your little tray or your board. Cute. And that's your snacks.
I love that. And I love that we have a savory and a sweet.
And we didn't even plan it.
And isn't it wild that I picked the savory and you picked the sweet? Because that's
Yeah, it is interesting.
Yeah, because it would typically be the other way around for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And mine's not even like a recipe per se. It's just an idea.
Yeah.
So, and I really had thought of like bringing in a recipe, but you actually did. So anyway, yeah, interesting.
That's so cute. And you could use like, if you wanted to go with like the spooky theme, even for what my idea is, use like a cute like bowl, like a pumpkin bowl, or like for that you could use like a little like ghost shaped little board.
Yes, like whatever little Halloweeny stuff that you have, if you can get to it and bring it out, add it in. Like that's cute. You can also use marshmallows. I think that's some that you might forget about, but that's a good one to use.
The like mini marshmallows. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yay, awesome. Okay, super cute. What's our next category?
Next category is, what movie are we gonna watch? Gotta watch a movie at a slumber party.
Gotta watch a movie at a slumber party. So I went, I think, also a direction that is going to be a little bit surprising. My pick is Coraline. And it's not surprising because anyone that knows me knows that I love Coraline. But I don't usually love a lot of animated movies, and that's just kind of not my thing. But I was thinking about this and just thinking about how, you know, you don't have to be a kid to have a slumber party, but it is a very child at heart kind of thing to do. And so I was kind of drawing from that inspiration and just sort of the fact that I think Coraline is maybe a cisgender person, but I feel like many a queer person's entree into the worlds of animation, slight horror and fear.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, horror is a queer genre. So
absolutely.
I just feel like it had all the, like, good, meaty stuff. Also, it's just fantastic movie.
Yes.
And I love it. So.
And, yes, beautiful and fun at the same time and enchanting.
Yes.
And it kind of pulls in, like, I love when a pick, like, kind of matches the vibe of what you're doing, too. Like, she goes to sleep, and then, like,
that's true.
That's when, like, things happen. So I love that it's, like, at a slumber party, and, like, that matches that.
You're right. Didn't even think about that part, but
I love that.
Yes. Yay. All right. What's your movie?
So mine is The Burbs.
Literally dead. I love that movie.
Yes. I'm weirdly obsessed with this movie. People, like, make fun of me because of it.
Who?
Like, people are like, what? Like, that random movie from the 80s, and I'm like, okay, if that's how you feel about The Burbs, then we, like, kind of can't be friends, I think.
That movie is so funny.
It's so funny. It's so good. It's
so irreverent.
It's irreverent. It's iconic. Like,
oh, my God.
I don't think, like, this is, like, hot take. I don't care. Like, change my mind. You're not going to. I think The Burbs is, like, the classic Summerween movie.
Sure. Why not?
Takes place in the summer. It's summer vacation. It's that classic story of, like, are your neighbors actually murderers?
Yeah.
We're
are they?
not sure.
Yes. Are they, like, crazy psychopaths?
Yeah. Are they crazy psychopaths? Everybody's had this experience. Like, like, I don't know about these people. And it's, like, this madcap thing. Tom Hanks is in it.
He's really funny in it.
Bruce Dern is in it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It was this amazing character. Carrie Fisher, rest in peace, and Corey Feldman. Mm-hmm. Amazing. It's just, like, such a good, campy, silly, horror adjacent.
Yeah.
Nothing, like, really that crazy happens in it, but horror adjacent film, and I freaking love it.
Yeah, no, and I remember watching it as a kid and being scared of certain things because, you know, I was a kid, but so it is effective.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Love that.
That's
okay.
my pick.
All right, very good.
What's next?
So our next category was scary story.
Mm-hmm.
And this was kind of like, what scary story are you going to tell?
Yeah.
After the lights go out, with the flashlight held up to your face.
Absolutely have to do that.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's your scary story?
Okay, do you want, it's short, like I can tell it.
Tell it.
Okay, so there's these two friends, and they're having a slumber party.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Having a slumber party. And one of the friends gets a little text from the person that they're kind of, you know, feeling at the moment, right? This is little summer romance is going on.
Do you want me to act it out? I could be
exactly, like,
oh, God.
Yeah, get a little late night text action.
You up text.
Exactly, 100%. And in the interest of, not waking the other friend, you're just going to dip. You're just going to dip real quick. Do your appointment.
Peace out.
Handle your business.
Be back.
Yeah. So she goes and she does that. And then she comes back to the friend's house because, they're still having the slumber party, going to, wake up in the morning, have breakfast. So, and she gets in real quietly because she doesn't want to, disturb her friend, doesn't need to wake her up. She'll tell her the details tomorrow. They'll totally recap it. So gets in. Morning comes, but it's still, pretty early. But the friend wakes up. She's not in her own place, so she kind of wakes up and she's anxious to tell her friend what went down. So she's hey, trying to wake her, hey, and she's not moving, and she sort of has the covers pulled up. So she's So she pulls down the covers, and she's totally dead in the bed next to her. And so she starts freaking out. Oh my God, what happened? And she goes to turn on the lights, and written in blood on the wall, it says, "Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the lights?"
That's so good. I love it.
It's a good story.
That is super good. It's the exact kind of story that we're looking for at a slumber party. Because also, if you're at a slumber party, even if it's just with one person who's gonna scream and have a reaction, but if you're with more than one person and one person screams and has a reaction, you're all gonna scream and have a reaction.
Of course.
It's so cute. It's so much fun.
I love it. If somebody screams, I'm screaming. It's happening.
I love it. Okay, all right.
I'm ready for yours.
You want to hear my
Yes, I do.
story? Okay. So, in my story, there's a lovely young woman.
Okay.
And her name is Jenny.
Oh, I love her.
And she has a very unique sense of style and sense of fashion.
Lovely.
And she, does her hair different ways and wears these kind of wacky outfits, very unique, right? She always wears this green ribbon around her neck. That's kind of her signature, style.
She's the girl with the green ribbon.
The girl with the green ribbon, correct. And so, as one does, she meets a person, falls in love.
Love that.
They get married. It's their wedding night or whatever. And he's like, "Are you going to take that ribbon off?" And she's like, no, I never take it off. Eventually I'll take it off, but not now, not tonight. And he's like, okay, whatever, right? So time goes on and on. It almost becomes a joke where he's like, "Will you take that damn ribbon off?"
Yeah, she never takes it off.
She never takes it off. And so the years go on and on and on until finally, they have kids, all of this. Till finally, she's very old.
Oh, God.
And she's getting really tired of life, frankly.
Yeah, right.
And so she goes to her husband and she says, okay.
Oh, no.
She says, "I'm going to go into the bedroom and now is the time."
Oh, no.
And he's like, "Time for what?" So he follows her in there. She lays down on the bed. And she tells him to pull the ribbon. And he does.
No, don't pull it.
And her head falls right off.
Oh, no, don't pull it. She's like, "I'm ready to end things. Just pull the ribbon."
Yeah.
Just go.
Yep.
Damn.
So that's the story.
That would get a scream for sure.
The green ribbon. So yeah, also I feel like, all the little bow girlies out there,
Oh, I know, right?
just beware if any of them have a ribbon.
Oh my God. Now you're going to be just looking at everybody differently. Why are you wearing that? Do you wear that every day? They're like, "No, what?"
I know. They're like,
"No, I don't wear it every day. What are you talking about?" Okay, just making sure. Do you ever wear a green one? They're like, "Hell?"
so that's sort of a classic story. That story, goes way back to a French kind of unknown origin story, and then Washington Irving, the author,
I love him,
wrote a version of it as well, which really popularized it, and then it kind of got converted into this girl with the ribbon story. Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. So anyway, it has some history to it too, which is kind of fun. So
that's great.
All right. Okay. Our next one is scary book.
Yeah, scary book.
Which is different than scary story.
Yeah, scary story is something you just, you tell, we just did.
Yeah.
Scary book is a book you're going to bring, and maybe you're going to spend time reading and other people are going to read their own thing, or maybe you're going to share some of what you're reading.
Totally.
So the one that I chose is called Never Whistle at Night, Indigenous Dark Fiction Anthology. So it's these like folk tales and legends and things from indigenous authors who are like reinterpreting and sort of like retelling them, and it's an editor like put them together.
Love it.
Yeah, and they're very like, it's not classic horror, but they're very creepy, sort of unsettling stories, right? And but there's like a lot of like deeper meaning to what is presented there, and a lot of really important cultural messages and things that are passed on and everything. And it's good because when they're small like that, you could read that out loud. If you come across one that you're like, ooh, everybody needs to hear that, then you could read that one out loud. So that's my pick.
Cool. I love that. I kind of did a similar thing where I picked a short story collection.
Love it.
With the thought that, maybe you could potentially read it out loud or take turns reading it, So the one that I picked, which is not going to be super surprising, is a Joyce Carol Oates. So she has a lot of horror that she writes, and you could literally pick any. And, some of them are short story collections. But the one in particular that I recommend is called Haunted, Tales of the Grotesque.
That's such a great book.
So good. And some of the stories, I mean, they vary, obviously, but some of them are very, very short.
Yes.
And really do lend themselves to, like, you could just read it, to a group or whatever. And, I love her. She's like my favorite author.
Yes.
And there's a lot of other options of things that she's written, but that's the one that I picked.
I love that pick. That's a great pick. I have read that. I don't remember all of them, but I do vaguely remember a short story in that book that was about an abandoned house.
Yes.
Oh my God. That one just really got under my skin.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh. And echoed some of the ways that she's talked about homes and people going into living spaces in other works of hers. Similar the way that she writes. She does that a lot. And that one was like, I don't know if I can finish this because it's making me so uncomfortable.
So check it out.
Check it out. Ooh, that's a good pick.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right, well, we've got our movie, we've got our snacks, we've told the scary stories, we've read a little bit. We got to get some energy or we're all going to fall asleep.
True.
So we need to play some games.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so what are we playing? What are you suggesting?
Okay, so I don't want, I'm just going to say two, or I'm going to say one, actually. I have two. I'm going to say one, and then if you don't say the second one, then I'll add the second one.
Okay.
Let's do it. My first one is simple. 2 truths and a lie.
Oh, yeah, that's a great game.
That's a great game. So all it consists of is you take turns, and everyone has to say 3 facts about themselves.
Yeah.
2 of them are true, and 1 of them is a lie. And then everyone has to guess which are true and which is the lie. And there's different ways to kind of create, maybe not like a point system, but consequences, right?
Sure.
So like if somebody fools everybody, then maybe, not that this has to be a drinking game, but,
but
it can be, right? If somebody fools everybody, then everyone has to take a drink. Or if everyone knows their lie, then they have to take a drink. Things like that. And again, it doesn't have to be about drinking. It could be. But you can make up whatever silly stuff. Or you can just play the game and laugh about the info. And you can also play a dirty version of this. So, just saying.
That's fun. That's cute.
That's my pick.
I like that. That's cute. That would be hard. Like, it would be hard to come up with stuff for us.
Well,
we would know
each other too well.
We would know. Yeah, it has to be with people you don't know quite as well.
Yeah, or just people who, just don't know as many things about you.
Yeah, not your, like, literal soulmate. It's going to make no sense. And you're going to be like, what? Why are you even saying that?
Yeah, no. But we could team up against other people and reveal each other's and like make people believe that one was true. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, we could do that.
Oh, we could totally do that.
Yeah, for sure. So
I love it. That's so great.
Yes. Okay, what is your party game?
Okay, so I also picked 2.
Okay.
And they are Victorian, like, party games.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, because we actually were just having this conversation about how we feel about games, and generally we're not games.
Not really.
Folks. We're not into games. If it has more than like 3 instructions, I glaze over completely. I'm like, what do I... As soon as someone says strategy or math or something, I'm like, I'm out on this. I don't have enough energy, especially if there are cocktails involved. I just can't do it. Can't do it. So I went a very simple route, but also a little spooky. So one of the ones that they would play was, I forget what they said the name was. It was weird. I'll have to look it up again. But anyways, you set up 3 bowls.
Okay.
And one bowl has nothing in it. It's completely empty.
Okay.
One bowl has like milky like cloudy water, like soapy water. What? Or just, something in the water. You could even put like food coloring, whatever it is.
Okay, but it's like not clear water.
It's not clear water. Okay. And then the other one does have clear water.
Okay.
So clear, cloudy, empty. 3 bowls.
Okay.
Okay.
I have no clue where this is going. I've never heard of this.
It's weird as hell. So, and then you blindfold. This is all really geared towards like women and like femme people at the time, right? Because they were the only ones who were like playing silly games like this apparently, and like men were not doing this shit. But you can totally, it doesn't matter. Like you can make this however you want. So you blindfold each person that's gonna like go, and you kind of guide them to where the bowls are set up, and then they put their fingers, they just like pick like wherever they're gonna go, and they put their fingers in one. And if they put it in the clear one, like clear water, then you will marry a bachelor.
Okay.
Yeah. If you dip your fingers in the cloudy water, you're going to marry or be with a widower.
Oh, dear.
I think it was more common at the time.
Well, yeah, he could still be hot to trot.
Yes, 100%. Because, women died in childbirth when they were like 18.
Totally.
It's a thing. It doesn't translate as well. You can make up your own things, okay? You can just make up your own categories. We don't know. And then if it's empty, you're going to be single. You're like doomed. You're like
old maid?
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is very serious.
Yes. And it's like, and then the thing that I was reading said like, to test it, like you can have them do it and then do like the average of what they pick. Like if you don't want to do just based on the first one because they freak out, then you can do like okay, like
so it'd be like best 2 out of 3 type of thing.
But you can make up your own stuff. Like you can be like the empty bowl means this. Like you can do your own thing. It doesn't have to be bachelor, widower, and single. That's a little outdated.
Yeah, but it's whatever. It's fun.
It's fun.
It's silly.
Truly, and it's a little bit like fortune telling.
Yes. I was gonna say it has a little bit of like almost divination kind of like intuition kind of practice or something.
Yeah, the
like
Victorians love stuff like that. So.
They did, and I love them for that. So so my second party game is, I think, the most classic party game.
Yeah, I love it.
And the most witchy party game.
Yes, what is it?
Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Okay. Do you all know what this is? I'm going to tell you. Okay, so it's a party game where there is a person. There's a couple of variations of it. The way that I've usually played it is you need at least 5 people to do this, okay? And one person either can lay down on the ground, or the way that I've always played it, one person sits in a chair. And not leaning back, but, up away from the chair, but just sits down. And so then the other 4 people are going to kind of make almost like finger guns together, like this. And they're going to try to lift the person up, like sticking their hand underneath the back of the knees if they're sitting down, and under the armpits. Or if you're laying down, you kind of do those same points on the body. And of course, you can't lift somebody up, right? No. But if you start to chant in unison, light as a feather, stiff as a board, light as a feather, stiff as a board. And then you all have to communicate with your eyes. Mm-hmm. Or somebody can count in the count of 3, right? Mm-hmm. And on that count, in unison, if you all lift up, then you can lift the person up.
That is wild.
I've done it. It's really fun. It works.
That's super fun. If you've ever seen The Craft, you've seen them do it in The Craft.
And I think it was already a well-known party game and so forth, but that really kind of solidified it as like a witchy thing in particular.
True.
And, sorry to disappoint, but it really doesn't have anything to do with witchcraft or spells. It's really just the physics of like momentum and everyone applying force at the same time type of thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's still really fun. And it's really fun. And if you're the person that gets lifted up, it's wild.
It's wild.
Like, it's crazy. It's really fun. So that was my second pick.
I love it. That also feels like vaguely Victorian because it's like so simple and you don't need it feels like something they would do. I don't know where it originated, but it feels like it could have been.
I don't know where it originated either, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So what is your second?
My last one is the Victorian mirror game, which a lot of people are aware of this because it was really like widely spread and it would be on like Victorian sort of like Halloween cards and even Christmas cards because Christmas was associated with like ghost stories and things like that. Basically what this is at midnight, so you have to still be awake. So it's for the people that stay up and are not sleeping. At midnight, you stand in front of a mirror with a lighted candle in your right hand and you look in the mirror over your left shoulder and you should see the person you're going to be with.
Of course, because it all comes down to that.
It does. What else is important?
Who you're going to marry. Or who's going to marry you,
That's right. And if there's no one there, again, empty bowl.
Shit.
You might as well just
disappointment after disappointment. What if there's a ghost there?
That scares the crap out of me. I would actually be scared to do it.
I was just going to say, I don't even think you would do it.
No, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
The first one you would do. Both the ones I said you would do. You wouldn't do that
I wouldn't do it. I did the Bloody Mary mirror thing one time with a friend in like 6th grade. No. And I swear to you, I wish that I could like get her to corroborate this. Like, we're still kind of friends on social media. She totally would. There was like some green flash thing that happened in there. We freaked out. Yeah. It scared the crap out of me. I will never do anything like that ever again. I do not like stuff like that. I'm notoriously a scaredy cat about it. I don't like it because stuff happens.
Well, so I'm like, what do we say after that?
I don't know.
No, I think these are all super cute, super fun ideas. Obviously, this is just like super for fun. It's super low key. It's not some heavy content. Just fun.
It's fun. You can do things that are like what children do or whatever and make it your own. And even watch Coraline, which is technically a child's movie, and eat candy or whatever and have a good time. That's what is fun about life.
Yes, and I also just want to say, I mean, we actually haven't in a little while, but we've had slumber parties.
Heck yeah.
So, do it.
It's fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Summerween. Happy 100 days to Halloween.
Yay! All right. Well, I guess until next time.
Stay witchy, friends.
And stay dumb.
Dumb Witch Club is written and hosted by us, Ashley Sidner
and Jackie Gerard at the Dumb Witch Clubhouse in Orange County, California.
Produced and edited by Matt Heinemeyer. Art direction by Violet Turner. Culture consultant Jane Turner.
Original music by Ashley Sidner. Look us up on all your favorite social media platforms, including TikTok and Patreon.
Until next time, stay witchy, friends.
And stay dumb.